Hi everyone, so for today's video I'm going to make the crustless red onion and courgette quiche. I'm going to be making it for a portion size of 2 because I don't have enough ingredients to make it for 4, but this is what it should turn out like. So for the ingredients you're going to need 2 courgettes, some low calorie cooking spray, I like to use Fry Light, 2 red onions, 1 red chilli, salt and pepper, some naturally low fat cottage cheese, eggs, some mixed herbs, and then some just chopped fresh mint, but I'm not going to put the fresh mint in because I don't think I'd like it in this. But to start off with, I've just preheated the oven to 180 degrees, so that's what I'm going to do for the time being, and then I'm just going to coarsely grate some courgettes and put them into a sieve, like it says, to remove as much liquid as possible. So to start, I'm just going to grate 1 courgette so that there's nothing left of it, but I'm just going to grate it into like a little tub for the time being before I go ahead and sieve out the moisture. So now that's grated, I'm just going to put it into my sieve that I've got. I just found this at the pound shop, and I'm just going to squeeze all of the excess moisture out of it so that they're a bit more dry and there's less liquid in it for when I bake it. So to just do that, I'm just pushing it down in the sieve. I was using like a wooden spoon, but it doesn't seem to be getting a lot, but it's catching the juice underneath. So you just want to do that until there's not much liquid left. So the next thing to do is just cut up an onion and a chilli, because I'm doing half the recipe, it's only half a chilli, but to make it a little bit easier for me, I'm just going to use this. Picked it up in Morrison's for £2, and it's got like a little blade that comes with it, and you just chop it up and then pull the cord and it makes it into smaller pieces. So that's what I'm going to do, but you can just cut it up like normal, just make sure it's in small little pieces so that it's easier to eat when it's in the quiche and makes it look a little bit better. So this is just what it comes out like once it's been like pulled with the cord. I'm just going to continue to do that with the rest of the onion and the chilli until that's all done, and then we'll move on to the next step. So now that's all finely grated, the next step is to fry them with a little bit of Fry Light or low calorie cooking spray in a pan for about 10 minutes, and then add your seasoning to your own preference. I'm just going to add salt and pepper just to give it a little bit more taste, but I'm going to do this for about 10 minutes and then afterwards transfer it to 20cm baking dish. So the next step is to just transfer what you've cooked in the pan now into the baking dish that you're going to be cooking it in. Next you want to just add the cottage cheese on top. The one I get is low fat, which is the one that's free, so I get this from Co-op. It says on the recipe to use 100 grams if you're doing it for the 4. I'm only doing it for 2, but I'm just going to add on what I think to the top. I might go for the 50 grams, but I'm not sure yet. But I'll let you know what I've done. So I've actually ended up going for about 100 grams because I've used a bigger dish than I probably should for the amount of ingredients that I've used. But next is the eggs that need to go on top, so I'm going to use 3, just whisk them up and then pour it all over evenly across the top. So into the eggs I've just added a little bit more salt and a little bit more pepper, and then I'm just going to add some mixed herbs. The recipe states to put some like mint in as well, fresh mint, but I don't have any, so I'm just going to stick with just the mixed herbs for the time being. And then I'm going to pour this all over the mixture that we've put together so that it's evenly covering the whole of the quiche. It says on the recipe just to put it on top of the cottage cheese, but I've put it over and then just mixed it around a little bit so that some of the eggy bits get into the bottom. But I'm just going to put this in the oven. I'm going to put it in the oven now for about 30 minutes and on a 200 degree heat for about 30 minutes, just until it's set and it's going golden brown and there's no like runny mixture left. So this is how it's come out. I've just took a little piece out of it, but I'm not sure why on top it's gone very dark because I didn't leave it in for the whole half an hour. But it's like come away from the sides a little bit, but I would recommend not to put it in for the half an hour. Put it in at a lower temperature maybe and for less time, and then to constantly check it. I only checked it a couple of times and it's ended up going a bit too brown than I intended it to, but I'm sure it'll still taste nice. So that is the red onion and courgette quiche.